The Samson Q9X dynamic microphone dropped a few months back, but better late than never, we're finally going to review it. We're also going to compare it to its younger brother, the Samson Q9U, which we don't have to hand, but well, you can't always get what you want. So, James from Radio.co actually reviewed the Samson Q9U way back when in 2021, and we're told that there are some similarities to the Q9X, so we're going to test that theory today.
Thanks for checking out Radio.co on YouTube. If you want to see more kit reviews, live webinars, and handy broadcasting tips, then give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon.
We like Samson. They're a reputable mic brand, we like their build quality, we like the design, they've been going since the 80s, we like Samson. And we tend to think they're pretty spot on for any budding broadcasters who don't really know where to start. They're a great beginner's mic, so we've got high hopes for this guy here. In both appearance and specifications, it's pretty similar to the Q9U, so that's got us thinking, what's the benefit in picking up this mic rather than its predecessor? Well, we're gonna have a look. It's a cardioid microphone, exactly the same as the Q9U, meaning you've got fabulous off-axis rejection. We've got a dual layer windscreen that protects against plosives, a humbucking coil that keeps those electromagnetic vibes at bay. So even from the box, even from the basic stats, it's kind of apparent how similar the Q9X is to the Q9U. And if you look at the spec rundown, they are incredibly similar. So the frequency response is 50 Hz to 20 Hz, which is the exact same as the Q9U. And even looking at the further specs, you can see there's a lot of similarities going on. So, it's unboxing time. Slide it on out. Ooh. Let me just make sure I'm opening it the right way, that might help. Et voila. So not only does it make an excellent weapon, it's also excellent build quality. I can already feel it's got a great feel. So, I mean, you've got this nice little swivelly stand, which obviously you can attach it to a boom mic, but it's absolutely perfect for traveling. It can be portable, you can use it for vlogging. Again, it's great for beginners. If you don't really know where to start, the world's your oyster. So, it looks virtually identical to its counterpart. I mean, the main difference is just the omission of a mute button, which obviously could be to its detriment. It depends on whether you actually use the mute button. Some people find it a valuable tool. So the biggest difference is really here in the back. You've got way less going on than you did with the Q9U, and potentially to its detriment. There's no USB connector, so you can't interface directly with a computer, which is quite inconvenient. And there's no headphone output either on the left. There's been a lot that's been omitted from this one, really. I understand, obviously, from a design point of view, it probably looks a little bit sleeker, a little bit of a nicer build, but ultimately you are missing out on some features that you might need.
Hey you, yes you, did you know you can start your very own radio station right now for free? Yes, for free. Simply click the link in the corner to start your 7-day free trial today.
Personally, I do think it's a shame that you don't have your low-cut switch anymore. I think it made post-production way easier. But all of this is, of course, to cut down on price. It's the cheaper alternative. And again, if you're a beginner to the field, you might be absolutely fine with it. You might not notice any difference anyway. Price-wise, it kind of seems like a no-brainer if you don't need those additional features. The Q9U starts at £215 on Amazon, whereas the Q9X is £130. It seems clear that Samsung have designed the Q9X to be the cheaper, easier version of the Q9U. It's sleeker, it's cheaper, it's better for beginners. If you don't need those additional features, it makes sense. However, while the Q9X is perfect for beginners, it could stand to reason that as beginners become more acquainted with broadcasting, they'd want to graduate into something a little bit more advanced with a little bit more features, in which case they may have just bought the Q9U in the first place. But before we conclude, before I wrap everything up, let's test how it sounds. So this is what the Q9X sounds like. So we're going to give it a little bit of a test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's test our plosives out. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper, you picked.
You know, you haven't got sound insulation on your walls. You've maybe got exterior noise coming in, road traffic, or in our case, trams going past every 5 minutes because we're here in Manchester city centre. Dynamic microphones are really, really good for that kind of environment where you're not in an ideally treated sound studio. And let's be honest, for most podcasters and a lot of home broadcasters, you're not always going to have the luxury of being in a soundproof studio. What it sounds like when you're recording via XLR. Do you think it sounds better or worse than USB? Or does it sound the same?
So, what's the verdict? Well, it's a toughie really. As I keep saying, it's conditional on what you want to use a mic for. The Q9X here, it's a great bit of kit, it sounds great. If you want a simple cardioid microphone just to start off with, Bob's your uncle. However, if you want to go on to do more advanced broadcasting, you may want to upgrade, which ironically, technically would be downgrading to the older one, if you see what I mean. The Q9U, though more expensive, arguably justifies the cost with its additional features. I think the Q9X was designed to be a companion product, sort of a sibling rather than a totally different product. It's kind of the iPhone mini to the iPhone. Virtually the same, cheaper, but you do miss out on features that may hinder your experience depending on what you want from it. So, that was my opinion of course, but what's your guys' opinion? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and as always, happy broadcasting.
And just before you go, have you ever thought about launching your very own internet radio station? Surprisingly, it's a lot easier than you may think, especially when you make the time to chat to myself or a member of the Radio.co team. To do just that, head to our website Radio.co/demo, where I can talk about your plans, any questions you may have, and me and the team can really get you up to speed in launching your own internet radio station in literally minutes. It couldn't be easier. Why not check out some of our webinars, tutorials, help guides situated around me? Or why not visit our website, Radio.co, or even drop me an email, studio@radio.co. Until next time, take care and happy broadcasting.